Facility powering up.
Welcome everybody into Nexus Gaming Series Division E. On the left-hand side, it's Dragon Gall Z with a Raynor, Anduin, Chromie, Rexxar, and a Nubrak. Of course, Misha will be played by Misha. On the right-hand side, we are taking a look at Out of Pocket. We've got a Stukov, Nazebo, Kira, Mal'Ganis, and Artanis. We got a fun little gamble for all of you on the Nazebo. Excuse me, sipped a bit too much tea. How many stacks for Nazebo by the end of the game? If you know the results, you're welcome to gamble. Just don't spoil it, as I always say. Let's get into it. Here we go. Braxis Holdout map number 1 in our first best of 3 of the day here in Division E. Store jalapenos are all over the place, my experience too. Homegrown are always hot though. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. My dad, when I was growing up, my dad always got the Hungarian greens. And those were like, literally, he'd bite into it and be like, ah, it's nothing. And he'd bite like the first maybe like 2 inches of the pepper. And he'd be like, it's not that bad. And then like I'd take a bite. And then that's where the heat started. And it'd be like, oh my god, I'm going to die. My father lied to me. So we got Artanis with Dings in top lane. Protector of Vire up against the Rexxar and Misha. Down in bottom lane, we got our core 4 with, as I mentioned, that Nazebo doing his stackage. Deep breathing level 1 for our Chromie. I gotta turn down these headphones. I can hear properly out of both sides of the headphones, so I actually need to turn them down a little bit. Before, pretty much one headphone side was working. One more stackage for Chromie. Night Rush from the Mal'Ganis. A Lurking Arm from Stukov. Fell Claws are gonna be met by a Burrow Charge Impale, and this Mal'Ganis is getting a little bit low. It looks like he's gonna stick around. Chromie, ooh. I thought those stacks were going to be chasing the Mal'Ganis in his retreat direction. But it does not look like that's going to be the case. Little twin blades onto, Our Rexxar... Uh-oh, that Phase Prism was pretty good, but is there a way to close the distance? Misha's got a charge. Rexxar wraps around, and that's going to be him disengaging easily. Misha's still holding the point for a moment. Where's the Cho Gall? That's a good question. We should find a Cho Gall game today, non-champion. I agree. You get the seeds? What do you mean you get the... Oh, yeah, in the Hungarian... Yeah. No, my dad was a bit of a trickster. My dad was quite the trickster. In our household, that's a okay joke to make. Oh, yeah, it's not that hot of a pepper. A lot of damage onto Great One. Can this Stukov get away? He throws back the way to Pustral, but he still goes down to Chromie. First Blood will go over to the left-hand side. As our Nazebo currently sits on 8 stacks of the baseline Voodoo Ritual, 28 on the Widowmaker's level 1. Nubrak with quite a few Regeneration Globes already, constantly hitting the Regeneration Globe respawn point. Already 9 Regeneration Globes for our Regeneration Master of the 30, if I'm not mistaken. Hunter-Gatherer for the Rexxar at level 4. Things are looking pretty simple across the board. Nubrak will actually go into the Underking level 4, so no Chitinous, no Shed Exoskeleton or the Bed of Barbs. But I mean, Underking, can't blame that. Get a little bit more range on your Burrow Charge, try and dive onto these backline enemies, and that's a pretty good setup onto this Stukov. Surprised that Nazebo dropped... Oh, sorry. Backwards. I thought Nazebo was on the left-hand side. I was like, why did he drop that zombie wall? Okay, it was his ally was caught inside. But this is going to be Zerg Charge pretty well handled by the side of Dragon Gall Z. As Out of Pocket look to regain a little bit of control in the bottom lane. Excuse me, in top lane. God, I am so backwards today. What's up, Lard? Good to see you, bud. Happy Thursday to you. It's almost the weekend. A little bit more spider action. Whoa, that's a lot of gambling. Wow, big gambles early on today. Revolving sweep, a lot of damage onto Anduin. He's got the bleed applied. Throws down a heal, grapple hook in from yes sir, and it might be no sir in a moment. Nah, it's fine. The Lurking Arm from Stukov zoning. Mal'Ganis is here. Bottom lane channel goes over to the side of Out of Pocket as we do have Dragon Gall Z trying to dive in, but this Nubrak is going to take a chunk of damage and has to back away. Not a whole lot of mana left on the main tank for the side of Dragon Gall Z, but these health bars are really low on the right side. Same to be said about mana bars as well. Healing Pathogen spread to a few allies here, immediately activated on that trait. Currently have top lane held by Rexxar Misha. Bottom lane goes back over to the side of Dragon Gall Z. Time trap from Chromie. Night Rush is knocked back by a penetrating round, but there's a revolving sweep coming in from Kier. She did tap well, gets a little carnage through the enemies. Another kill going over to the left-hand side of Dragon Ball Z as Mal'Ganis does go down. Moogle holds the point with some time traps set up all around. That Horror Anomaly not activated onto the Great One. I'm a little surprised by that one. Misha with a charge through. Little mend. No mend from Rexxar in time, and she will go down in top. As we peek back into the bottom lane, Healing Pathogens spread around to a few allies. Kira does discover one time trap. It's activated onto Nazebo as Nubrak looks for the burrow charge in. Nothing to be found. Good revolving sweep. Nice carnage in. Blood Craze to maybe heal up. Grapple Hook to disengage. Zombie wall right around this Rainer as the Zebo has finished out his Widowmaker's level 1. 30 stacks on his Voodoo Ritual baseline. What's up, Lazy Hydra? Good to see you. You can see that Lazy Hydra lazily came in at second or whatever. Anyways, I got nothing on that one. Another zombie wall from Nazebo. More spiders to be thrown out. 10 talent here, almost here on both sides. We'll cycle through the other numbers. Take a look and see what those damage and such looks like, as that will be 10s will be popping up at the top of the screen. Revolving sweep, targeted onto Moogle. There's going to be a good Divine Star out from Anduin to heal up that Chromie, as we have some flash heals coming through as well. Temporal loop onto Mal'Ganis. He's caught out of position. The Feldclaws can't save him. More of those spiders out from Nazebo, but the heals still continue to come in from this Anduin. Revolving sweep to dive back in once again. Yes, sir, looking to make some big things happen. Time stop from Chromie. 84 to 36, 8-hour charge on these beacon points as Rexxar Misha hold top, and Nubrak burrows back in. A bit of shielding, a bar of healing over time from the well tap. Another revolving sweep to dive in, but this Kira, I don't know if she's going to be able to make it out alive. Doesn't look like a Nubrak has much CC outside. Actually, no, he had the combo. And Stukov steps up trying to save and will be able to do so. Zergwave will be 100% on the left-hand, on the top lane for Dragon Ball Z. In the bottom lane, we do have Out of Pocket with a couple Zerg of their own, but let's take a look at the top and see how the siege goes. Alright, so Fort Front Gate's going to take quite a bit of damage here. Artanis on 131 stacks on his level 1. For our Twitch gamblers, it is going to be 39 for Nazebo. Kira in bottom lane, unfortunately, does go down. No Cocoon utilized right there. Might have been a Temporal Loop. Yeah, it's looking like that might have been a Temporal Loop. Hyperion from Rainer will be summoned immediately. Tomato Cannon getting some decent damage into structures. The Strafe damage continuing to rain in as well. Boars for Rexxar. Light Bomb for Anduin. A Nubrak is holding. He's not going to go into Locust Swarm, is he? I mean, Soul Nova, you kind of would make my morning by going into Locust, or maybe he's reading the tooltip. Soul Nova's like, this could be really good. Team, think about it. A swarm of locusts. Why would we want to cocoon anyone? That just delays out the fight. No. I don't know. Like, maybe? Dark Conversion, Mal'Ganis. We'll be seeing a big old slappy ghost from Nazebo with the Ravenous Spirit. Suppression Pulse, Artanis. Massive Shove. And Kira's holding to... Oh, boo, Cocoon. Womp womp. Well, are we going to get spinny slappy hits, or are we going to get a giant line shot that doesn't do a whole lot of damage? Unrelenting Strikes or Final Strike? I'm partial to Unrelenting Strikes, especially if you're in the 4-man. There's a lot of opportunities around this beacon as well, so that's what I would like to see. And then you have the Silent Killer level 20, which is nice. Burrow from a Nubrak, no Impale to follow up. Chastise from Anduin with 1 stack on his Piercing Light. Goliaths and Raven pushing in through bottom lane. Same thing in top. Light Bomb from the Anduin, trying to catch the heal of the Dreadlord, but Mal'Ganis will not be stunned out. Chastise from Anduin, a Burrow Charge on to Vates. And Nazebo's fine for the time being. Temporal Loop on to this Mal'Ganis, and he's not able to use Dark Conversion. It is going to be Final Strike Kira. It does deal more damage to targets below 50% HP, if I'm not mistaken. But I rarely see I don't know. Final Strike and Unrelenting Strikes, like, they're cool. They, like, their damage is good. It's just, I feel like they don't get the value. I feel like I don't see Final Strikes really get that big burst damage that they're hoping for. What are... Oh, he went Dark Conversion, which is the one where you swap health. Carrion Swarm is the bats. I always remember Carrion Swarm because a swarm of bats. Boar's Unleashed by Rexar. He's trying to back away over here. Final Strike. Hey! I talked Poopa about it. We finally get to see a Final Strike value coming through. Look at that. No offense to the Rexar player, but it's actually nice to see Final Strike get Final Strike value. In the bottom lane, though, we will see a trade. Cocoon onto Mal'Ganis. He was full on HP as he comes out of that Cocoon. There was a kill onto the Stukov, unable to massively shove anyone away. Kira down over here. Very aggressive, just focus on the Chromie right there. You can't just step past the tank. Grappling hook in. And I do want to see something really quickly. I do believe I can check this. I don't want to miss any of the fight, though, really quickly. 64 overkill with Final Strike. That's what I wanted to see. I knew it had to be close. I knew it had to be close. 64 overkill onto Rexar from that Final Strike through the gate. But at 13 Talenty on the left-hand side, 6-1 in kills. Anubarak burrows in. Vates is the target. The Dark Conversion will come through. But Nazeebo still will fall. The fun one? Yeah. That's why we cast Division E. Because there's fun builds, there's fun drafts, there's fun heroes, and fun matches. But Bahamut, their rank is lower than others. Who cares? Who cares? It's Heroes of the Storm. We're all here to have fun. Oh! Oh, Chromie, what? I don't even think Chromie was expecting that hit to land on the Mal'Ganis. Boar's Unleashed again. And more just disengage, more of a disengage tool. Artanis holds top lane, 9-1 in kills. Bummernon, thank you for the Prime Gaming for 13 months. A lot of places you can be using that, but thank you for the lucky 13 months of Prime Gaming. Good to see you, bud, and thanks for supporting the channel. First sub of the day, much appreciated. Hey, what's up, bud? Oh, another Zerg. Wait, oh, that was a timeout. Maybe wrong button. maybe we accidentally hit the wrong button there. Oh, another one.
The grad student. Nah, I graduated. Must be the new one. New one. That's supposed to be a
Prime sub.
Can't think of a funny sub-message for text-to-speech, but I hope you and Bandit have a tubular day.
Tubular Day, Cowabunga, dude. Thank you for the Prime Gaming for 44 months. You have enjoyed our content for almost 4 years now. Can't believe it. Thank you so very much, Lazy Hydra, and thank you again, Bummernot. You're making some tacos. Oof. Absolutely delicious. Well, we'll talk about tacos in a second here, because we do have Hyperion summoned by Raynor in the top lane, as this siege is looking pretty good with the camp available as well, which is going to be reducing armor of structures. You can see that minus armor on the right-hand side of this keep, which is going to be absolutely eradicated. And it does look like Dragon Gall Z will back away. Thought there was going to be a phase prism to connect, but yes. What kind of tacos are you making? I'm going to be making chili tomorrow, so I decided that I'll make it tonight in the slow cooker and then reheat it towards the end of the stream in the slow cooker on low. Because everyone knows, soups and stews, chili included, are all better on the second day. You never make chili and eat it that day. I mean, you can have some to taste, but it's always better on day 2. Some chemical reactions or something that happens. Light Bomb from the Anduin. Finds the Mal'Ganis. No Dark Conversion activated. Suppression Pulse onto a few enemies, but it's looking like Kira's still going to be going down to the Chromie burst damage. And is that enough to say, let's go core? That's enough to say, let's go Archangel. And that'll be Dragon Gall Z picking up Archangel for bottom lane. Lasagna is absolutely better on the second day. I absolutely agree. Like, I feel like you should make a lasagna, put it in the fridge, and then right before dinner, like, that's when you should put it in the oven. Well, for like a second cook. 100% on that, bud. It's like bread and stuff. Bread's, I mean, when you make bread, it always cooks better on the second or third second or third day after rising. Sorry, it took me a second there. At least Focaccia, that's what I do with that. Well, we got Camps Abound, 13-1 in kills. It's looking really good for Dragon Gall Z to push in and maybe take keep in bottom. The real answer, we got a Final Strike wave clear. I mean, it does deal decent damage to the wave, but and it is low cooldown. It is a 40-second cooldown. What much more acceptable than a 2-minute cooldown for a Zerg wave? I draft Phoenix to clear the Zerg. So you're drafting Phoenix in the anticipation that you're going to lose the Zerg wave? Understood. Understood, yeah. Draft a hero to lose. Nubrak burrows in! And with all the extra burrow charge talents, he's going to be able to take down Kira as the bottom lane keep will fall. This Mal'Ganis, does he have a Dark Inversion? He does, but he doesn't have the ability to stand still long enough for that to activate. And he will go down. It is going to be Stukov to fall as well. And Archangel is on core, decimating that shielding. It's looking real good for a map number 1 to go over to the side of Dragon Gall Z. And maybe, just maybe, they'll live up to their name in map number 2 and actually draft a Cho'Gall. GG, well played. Well done. We made spaghetti sauce the day before and let it sit in the fridge. Yeah, there's something chemically that happens. Like, there's some sort of chemical. It's like when you watch Alton Brown, he gets into like the chemical side of like what happens with pasta water when you make pasta Alfredo? What either? Oh no, Cabanera. That's what it is. Like, he got all into the science of it all one time, and I was like, that's actually fascinating. Like, there's a reason you save your pasta water, but... Bahamut Food Network aside, good game number 1. Let's pay out the gamble here, because Nazeebo did not hit his baseline stackage. He was at 91 by the end of the game. Good attempt, but unfortunately he did not land all the stacks, so the payout goes... Wow, that's a big payout. That is a pretty big payout. All right, well, let's go ahead and do what we always do. We're going to go ahead and roll out some ads, get ready for map number 2. Now's a good time for you.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
I tend to dislike both win more and win less strats, so just play the game. On the left-hand side, we have Dragon Gall Z up in this best-of-3 series here in Division E of the Nexus Gaming Series. We got Kel'Thuzad, Stukov, Vala, Yrel, and Varian. Right side of the map is Out of Pocket, trying to take us to a map number 3 with a Gul'dan, Tahaka, Azmodan, Lili, and Diablo. We might not have a Cho'Gall, but we got an Azmodan Lili. Speaking of Azmodan, does Azmodan finish baseline quest? So does he get all 400 stacks of Annihilation? He is going to be going into Greed level 1. Which does not give you any extra stackage. But we'll see. Can Azmodan finish out the 400 stacks of Annihilation? Get your gambles in. Fire. Oh, good drag from Dahaka. Vala going Q build at level 1. We got Varian with the Lion's Maw. Barb Chains level 1 for our Kel'Thuzad. Soul Shield Diablo makes sense. Dahaka's actually going to be picking up the Symbiosis or Enduring Swarm level 1. I'd like to see him go into the Hero Stalker and the Symbiosis level 7, because there's great synergies between those 3 talents. Does anyone want points? There is 200,000 points on Azmodan to finish. Wow. That is, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. Yeah, that's insanity. Big payout if you doubt. And you win. And you win. Uh-oh, Kel'Thuzad fighting really good value. Lili goes down. First blood on the left-hand side to the crew of Dragon Ball Z. Golly gee, it's some big channel points on the line today. Well, let's see. It's a 1 to 1.77 payout, so still pretty good even if you doubt and win. But we got Dahaka heading over to top lane. I think he used Brush Talk to get up here. Indeed, he did. Asmodan will jump up to help out. Probably wants the regeneration globe. Yrel just continues to work on the wave. Asmodan still picking up stackage to 20 stacks already. We should see this. If he goes into the level 7 Master Destruction, that stackage should rise rapidly because it's a very quick way to finish out your waves. You basically Q and then E the middle minion, and you not insta, but you dang near one-shot the wave. Alright, with 4s here, Phylactery on Kael'Thuzad, which also, keep in mind, passively, Kael'Thuzad heals for 10% of the spell damage dealt while Phylactery is charged. So that while Phylactery is charged means you gotta have your 12 stacks, so no value on this outside of nothing, right? Yeah, there's no value on this right now. Charge taunt onto Diablo. Chains coming out, connecting onto Lili. The Frost Nova's good, and Arturo is going to land some decent combos. 16 Master the Cold Dark stacks means that he's got that Glacial Spike to summon. Asmodan will be picking up his Army of Hell. So you get the double demons here. You're also raising your cooldown to up by 10 seconds. What a combo! Elucide Kael'Thuzad with the extended chains. Well, let's see here. We're 3.5 minutes in, 28 stacks for our Asmodan. He's still working on this. But as I said, level 7 is usually a big scaling factor for Asmodans because of that laser talent. We'll see what he ends up going into. Hopefully it's not Art of Destruction because there will be like no value on that. Drag from Dahaka into the Vala, pulls her into the Immortal Stun or the Spin. Dahaka's still trying to step up. Righteous Hammer from Yrel to create some space as the Fire Stomps from Diablo will rain in. Right-hand side, it looks like Gul'dan and Asmodan are going to start racing this down. Not the conventional heroes you see for racing down an Immortal, as Diablo will go down the left-hand side of our screen. Not enough souls to summon him back as this Yrel almost gets taken out, but it is going to be Lili the one taken down in the end. 4-0 in kills, and this Immortal race is looking positive for Dragon Gall Z. By the way, we are going to be doing a bunch of NGS games today. So if there are any requests for a game that is uncasted on current patch, so something that's usually happened of this week so far, I will take recommendations or requests. But those are the only two conditions. Got to be on live patch, and it has to be uncasted. A lot of games that haven't been casted, and a lot of games that have, so try and get coverage for everybody. Good damage onto Diablo right here, and he will be taken down. Twitch prediction has closed out, and Gall EG, that is a lot of channel points on this one. Thank you, chat. Asmodan Yrel back in bottom lane. He does go into the Master Destruction, so I'm very happy about that pickup. Gonna be very easy for him to clear out waves, but the damage, the single target damage right now from Dragon Gall Z is just so much to deal with, and this is looking like we're gonna see most, if not the entire fort go down here. The Immortal's still alive. I actually thought that it was going to be taken down a little bit faster there, but yeah, we'll see top lane fort go down in the end. Nicely done from our blue squad, Dragon Gall Z. Non-champion, if you send me if you have a game you want to see, by all means, send it my way. Hell, it could be your own team that went uncasted. I don't mind. I'm a man of the people. Big damage onto Diablo as I try and take a sip of tea. He's trying to back away. The Lili heals are coming out. Down in bottom lane, it looks like Asmodan will try and get some damage onto Yrel, picking up a little bit more stackage. Not only do you get stacks, well, not only does it help you clear out the waves a little bit faster, but you also get a stack if you channel the All Shall Burn on a single target for the full duration. Okay. Hey, Saddle, what's up, bud? Thank you, non-champion. I do see the DM. Perfect. Makes my life super easy. Unfortunately, Asmodan's life is not going to be easy as he does get jumped and popped in bottom lane. And he'll be dead for the next 15 seconds. Gul'dan throwing out some corruption here to clear out the wave safely. Diablo stepping up. Multi-shots, Rain of Vengeance from Vala. We didn't talk about heroics, by the way. It is going to be your Ardent Defender, Rain of Vengeance, Massive Shove. Kael'Thuzad's holding his level 10. Not sure what he's going to be looking for here. As Varian, I think he went into Warbringer level 10. I don't know if I saw him. Yeah, he went into Warbringer because he just parried and he didn't have protection status. Shadow Fissure from Arkel'Thuzad was picked up at level 10, so he's got that extra damage onto Fates! The snipe! What the heck? No! Oh, I thought it was going to happen again, but almost Soul Nova gets the kill into Diablo as Azmodan zones with that All Shall Burn, throwing some dunks out to try and clear out that Impaler, and does manage to do so. I think it's time to start crying. Why? It's only 9:50 in the morning. It's too early to cry in the day. Save those tears for 5 p.m. during dinner. Because if your food isn't salty enough, you can just cry into it. Oh, your points. No, don't think of it as losing points. Think about it as you are now sharing your points with those who need them the most. Our Twitch channel points are like, you know, like a socialist economy. You know, everyone's needs a little bit. Sometimes those at the top need to lose a little bit so those at the bottom can rise up. And redeem bandit treats, which we will do after this game.
Our glory radiates through this land.
Chains for Arkel'Thuzad, find the Glacial Spike. Oh, God, dear Lord. All right, well, note to any team that plays against the side of Dragon Ball Z, you can't give Arturo Arkel'Thuzad. That's just it. You can't.
I shall march for Hell's gates.
You just can't give them Arkel'Thuzad. That is disgusting. Those chains are like max range, combinations landings, so on point. As the Horrify from Gul'dan to try and zone the enemies. The isolation from Dahaka lands into Arkel'Thuzad. Dahaka almost goes down. A massive shove to push back Diablo. Second Immortal of the game pushing in through bottom lane. It's looking pretty promising for the side of Dragon Ball Z as they take down Diablo once again. No souls to be utilized to spawn or for any sort of respawn. That is Dahaka picked off as well by Stukov. Low blow level 1 probably helping out with that. Chains go fishing for a second target. No one to be there. Bottom lane Immortal is going to be taken down. There is still a minion wave, so they're going to focus on to keep here. Bala vaults forward. Rain of Vengeance. Decent damage onto the Azmodan, who throws back a laser to zone Soul Nova, who is taken down by Gul'dan. The keep will fall as Yrel rotates in to help out if needed with a Righteous Hammer. Don't rat me out. Whee! I'm not ratting you out, I'm just making observations. If anything, take it as a compliment. Call me a rat. I'm at least a weasel. So we'll have our top camp finished out here. A little bit of experience pulled in by Out of Pocket. Down by about 2 levels and some change. Almost 3. Finding a team fight here would be massive. Also getting to 13 talents here would be huge as well. A massive shove from Stukov as we do have a ban onto a bot. We have the Rain of Vengeance from Vala coming through. Orc and Beans trying to back away as Arkel'Thuzad does take down the Dahaka. The Shadowfish are not getting a reset as needed, but I don't think it really matters because this should be a double kill achieved as Yrel rounds the corner with a Righteous Hammer, bopping Diablo into the loving arm of Stukov. Azmodan sees Arkel'Thuzad and Yrel coming in. It might be a little too late. The blinds from Lili, the chains from Arkel'Thuzad. Azmodan bursted down before the jugs can find the no value. When I first started playing Heroes of Storm, and this is back in like 2015, 2016, like right when the game kind of came out. I remember when we would play. My buddy knew MOBA was way better than me, and there was one time we were fighting. And we couldn't kill someone because Lili activated jugs. And I was like, dude, why can't we kill this person? And he just goes, oh, it's the jug of 1,000 nopes. And I was like, that is so perfect. Because a long time ago, jugs used to be like insane value. I think it's over time gotten nerfed a little bit. But there were points where you'd see a Lili pop jugs and it's like, all right, you just don't fight anymore. It's like, you're not going to get the kill. It ain't happening. But as I said, we're talking ages long ago, back when Heroes of Storm had like 30, 40 characters in it. Horrify from Gul'dan. Lili Jugs will activate this time. Kel'Thuzad's the one to go down. Diablo having some healing reduced from Varian's level 13 mortal wound, but the taunt from Varian gonna be spun away or pushed away by the immortal. Diablo shadow charges onto the Stukov, finding a nice target right there. Diablo, though, is the one to get chunked immediately. And an unfortunate series of events. A promising moment for the side of Out of Pocket, but it is going to be Dragon Ball Z chasing the enemies down, winning out this immortal with full shielding. And this will be marching through the top lane onto a keep, but it does feel like the members of Dragon Ball Z are looking to maybe push to end just through bottom after finding another kill into Diablo. Yesler steps in. I don't know about this. Don't know about this Dahaka step up right here. He does go down, and that's not going to work out too well for the right-hand side. This is going to be a core attempt coming out from the side of Dragon Ball Z. Can they end right here, right now? Ardent Defender eating some of that splash damage. Kel'Thuzad finds a Shadow Fissure onto Lili, and she goes, her staff goes flying. I actually have no idea where Lili went. Asmodan trying to clear out the wave a little bit here, but that'll be a lurking arm and such, and Gul'dan does go down. Diablo respawning. Death timers are low. We're 13 minutes in, but I don't know. With such a kill difference of 19, it's looking like this is going to be map number 2 in our first best of 3 of the day, going over to the side of Dragon Ball Z. The Immortal with 50% shielding has arrived. A couple autos go in, and GG well played. Dragon Ball Z with a quick 2-0 in our first best of 3 here in Division E. What's Division E? It's what do you mean? Like, it's just what's the best way to say it? All the divisions are obviously broken down by different average MMR windows. So like Nexus division, which we're about to do, has, or is that heroic? I don't know if there's still heroic around. Either way, there's like the top tier, which is like infinite MMR. Like you have like, it's usually like Diamond 1 Plus or like Master Plus or something like that. So every division has like a different MMR range of average. So like Division E is probably anywhere from low plat to bronze, because there's no lower division, so there's no lower limitation. But then you get like Division D is probably anywhere from, I don't know, gold plat or something, like gold to like mid to high plat or something. So there's ranges. Sorry, I didn't explain that very well. Apologies. How many stacks does Asmodan finish base stacks by the end? No, he did not. He was at 132 out of 400. So payout to the doubters. Big payout to the doubters. $500,000 payout to the doubters. I have audio off. I assume whoever you're at me was funny. Oh. Okay. I'm secretly getting flamed in my own channel by my own viewers. I knew it. I'm secretly getting flamed by my own viewers in my own channel. I knew it. They have a secret language. When I at you, Bahamut has sneezed. Alright, let's go ahead and get set up for another game.